Hello and good afternoon from your Co-op Community Stadium. I'm Shaun Cashmore. I'm joined today by Leamington 21-22 Player of the Season, fullback Dan Meredith, and you're with us for the third home game of the campaign in the Southern Premier League Central. It's Leamington versus Stratford Town. This is the second game of the bank holiday weekend for both these sides and a fixture list that never lets up at this level. Just 48 hours ago, Leamington picked up their first away win since a league win over Brackley last season, and now go into today's fixture looking for their second league win in a row since that same week back in March. The 1-0 win away at St Ives Town was hard fought and deserved in a game of few clear-cut chances. A clean sheet and 3 points were exactly what Paul Holloran would have been demanding from his team, and they duly delivered, with a second-half goal from Callum Stewart, who headed home his second goal in a break shirt. Today's opposition, Stratford Town, the birthplace of William Shakespeare, of course, are the closest team geographically in the league, and the Bards travel to Leamington today in what will be Act 1 of 2 this season in this tale of two towns. The Bards started this campaign with a resounding 6-1 victory over Needham Market and a solid home win against Stourbridge. They've also picked up 3 defeats, the latest of which came on Saturday. Manager Gavin Hurren will himself be looking for a reaction from his players today in this local derby. Smith goes long then up towards Barnett, who's back in this afternoon after he picked up that injury at half-time against Mickleover, and he wins the knockdown in towards Stewart. Stewart seemed to be hauled to the ground, but nothing doing for the referee, and Stratford play out neatly from the back, and then Vaughan's in plenty of space on this right-hand side. Usher Shipway trying to close him down, goes inside, tries the little 1-2 and can't collect it again at the second attempt. It's Vaughan, it's back into Dowd again. Dowd just has got Stewart and Usher Shipway for company, so has to go back into Ludford-Ison. And then they spray it out to the centre-back again in towards both McCone and Ngandu. Just exchange passes. McCone invited forward over on that far side, accepts, and it's back into Ngandu once more. Ngandu infield towards Storer. Storer, neat feet, has a go from all of 25 yards, and that's clear and wide. It was never really travelling Smith, but the fans around us were certainly interested. It was a decent strike from Storer, who's got plenty of experience at a number of different clubs. Yeah, that was a decent strike from Storer. I think the lads would be pretty happy with the shape there. You know, if they're shooting from 25, 30 yards out all game, we'll be pretty happy, but we just don't want to get too deep and let them control the game too much. Kelly Evans then stands over this corner in towards the near post, easily headed away by Stratford. Not the best corner that Kelly Evans has ever delivered. He'll have another chance though as Quainer recycles it to him. Kelly Evans, right-footed, swings it in towards a wicked corridor, and it's all the way through. No one could get a touch. It's just wide of the far post. That is a much better ball from Kelly Evans, right into that area of uncertainty inside the 6-yard box. Everybody left it. The keeper wasn't sure. He was at full stretch. It just bounced wide of the far post. Great ball from Dev there. The first corner wasn't his best, but as soon as he got it back, he put in a great ball there. And it's a bit of positivity for us there. We look dangerous when we get the ball in their final third and we're getting the ball in the box. McCone goes long, good charging down from Stewart. Landers collects in towards Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans, Walker now, space inside the Bards box. He invites Quainer forward from left back. Quainer collects, no one to help him, so has to do it all himself. Chops back inside, uses Walker again, the captain. Kelly Evans, those yellow boots, just looks to support, goes back towards Lane. Lane, left-footed, chips one in towards the far post, bounces all the way through. McCone didn't leave it for the keeper, heads it away, only as far as Stewart. Stewart collects inside the 18-yard box, tries to go round his man, collects the ball again as it ricochets. Usher Shipway. Usher Shipway has a go. Good save from O'Brien. Got down low, got down really well, got a glove to it. It was a good strike by Ben Usher Shipway, but it was an even better save. That's a great save from the keeper. I was celebrating there. I thought I should put us 1-0 up, but it's a great save from the keeper. Stratford go all the way back towards their keeper O'Brien, who asks for a big spread of his fullbacks out wide, feeds it to Ngandu, who's dropped very deep in these last couple of minutes just to try and link up the play. Storer himself comes deep, helps one on towards the number 10 of Lafferty. Lafferty, sliding challenge on him by Lane, but again the Bards maintain possession. They try and chip one over the top into that space that Lane's vacated. Lane drops back in on Sullivan. Sullivan drifts inside. Really good goal by Sullivan. He drilled one hard and low, and Smith couldn't keep it out, even though he got a big hand to it. And well, it was a chip ball over the top. Sullivan collected well, spun inside onto his left foot, and then drilled one into the back of the net. It's Leamington 0, Stratford Town 1. Yeah, it was a good strike from O'Sullivan, to be fair, but the lads would be disappointed with that. It was a
It was a long high ball into our penalty box and we just haven't dealt with it, and it's foul to O'Sullivan and he struck it well with his left foot. Cal's got a hand to it, but it was a lot of power on the shot and he just wasn't able to keep it out.
He struck it really well. So 1-0 to the Bards over the breaks. 22 minutes gone and Leamington find themselves behind. So it'll be a corner taken by Ngandu over on that far side. Raises his left arm, swings it in left-footed. This one's right towards the penalty spot. Lane heads away, only as far as Daly. Daly sends it into the channel. Stratford just play football inside the Leamington half. Swing one towards the far post where McCone is there. It's right across the face of goal, and it's well collected by the goalkeeper as Storer was just lurking on top of both Smith and Lane, and then Lane wasn't happy. He felt that Storer tried to leave one on Smith as he collected it. Quainer heads it back. He had time to take a touch, but there was no communication with him. Easily collected by Dowd, and he invites Ngandu forward. Now Ngandu's got plenty of space in the midfield to gallop into, and he tries into it towards Sullivan. Sullivan, great challenge by Theo Street. Theo Street's took one in the back of the head as well, with a last-ditch challenge, has potentially saved his team going 2 behind. Great challenge from Theo Street.
That was a really dangerous attack there from Stratford. They just got in between Junior and Theo, but Theo was in the right position. It's a great last-ditch tackle.
Smith goes long. Barnett and Stewart are inside the box. Barnett wins the header. It will come towards Landers on the edge. Landers wins it in towards Walker. Walker can't quite collect, and Stratford again can look to try and spring the counter. Storer collects on halfway. Neat touch in towards Dowd. Dowd's got the overlap and he uses it. And the overlap is Lafferty. Lafferty's got options. Storer, and then there's a little bit of a ruckus on halfway between the likes of number 7, Dowd, and Kelly Evans and Usher Shipway. I didn't see it was off the ball, but Dowd has been shown the straight red card.
I've got to be honest, I didn't see that either, Shaun, but Dev went straight over. He didn't look very happy, and the ref's just gone straight to his pocket, straight red, so he's obviously seen it. So I'm not sure what's gone on there, but it's obviously very silly from Stratford number 7.
Well, he hasn't put up an argument either, Charlie Dowd. He walks straight off, so I think whatever he's done, he knows exactly what he's done. It was completely off the ball. I was watching the counter-attack because Stratford were on the attack and they had the overload as well. So right on the stroke of half-time, Stratford, who was slightly in the ascendancy in this game, a goal to the good, are down to 10 men. It's Charlie Dowd, the number 7, who has seen the red. Quaner's got plenty of space to move into. Quainer, down the line he goes towards Usher Shipway. Usher Shipway collects, just tracks back onto his man. Usher Shipway onto his right foot, looks for the support. Usher Shipway chips one in towards the far post, headed well away, but only as far as Junior English. English collects, gives it to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans chips one towards the far post. Daly heads away, collected by Usher Shipway. Leamington pressing well at the start of this second half. Usher Shipway, infield he goes, sends one goalwards. That's into the side netting. It'll be a goal kick, but Leamington certainly at the start of this second half are getting plenty of space in behind.
Yeah, just looking at the way Stratford are setting up after going down to 10 men, it looks like they've gone into a 4-3-2 formation with O'Sullivan up front with Storer. So I think it's really important that Leamington attack the wide areas, because I think that's where the space is going to be in this second half with Stratford going down to 10.
So Leamington make a change, and it's going to be Ben Usher Shipway who's withdrawn. Doesn't look overwhelmed about the change. He's got a pat on the back from both O'Halloran and Martin Naylor, but the man who's come into the fray is Jack Edwards, carrying paperwork as well to dish out amongst the team. So potentially a little bit of a change in formation. We'll get Dan Meredith to have a look at that in due course. But for now, Stratford are coming forward with Ngandu, and Edwards is straight on it and has stolen possession. And then he's brought down by the number 8, and it's a really robust challenge on Jack Edwards straight away. And I think Ludford Ison will end up in the book here.
Great start from Jack Edwards, really lively coming on there, and yeah, it's definitely a yellow card for Ludford Ison there. He's got none of the ball, and Jack was bearing down on their goal, so yeah, it's a good position for a free kick.
So Kelly Evans stands over the free kick. Leamington have gambled plenty of players forward. It's an awkward position. You can't really have a go from this distance, and it's very central to be able to try and work one in as well. So will they try and change the angle, or will they try and work one in towards the far post where the likes of Lane and Barnett are lurking? Kelly Evans stands over it. Can he get it right? Kelly Evans, right-footed, chips one in towards central area. English misses the header, comes out towards Stewart. Off the line, sent goalwards and buried home by Jack Edwards. Jack Edwards on the field of play for just a couple of minutes, but he's managed to find the back of the net, and Leamington have drawn themselves level. It was centred towards the penalty area, very central by Devon Kelly-Evans. Junior English couldn't get a head on it. It was bundled around the penalty area, and Jack Edwards drilled it goalwards. It found the back of the net, and the Leamington player, who's just come onto the field of play for his 374th appearance, gets his 61st goal for the Breaks.
It's a great ball from Dev. It's always difficult, those free kicks from central positions, but it's great height, great weight. It's just missed June, but it's foul to Cal, and to be fair, they've defended the first shot really well, but Jack was there to just stick it in.
And after a goal from Jack Edwards, it's Leamington 1, Stratford Town 1, and Leamington now, with about 20 minutes or so to go in the second half plus stoppage time, have the bit between their teeth. Jack Storer now leading the line almost alone in the number 9 for Stratford Town. Of course, he himself had 5 appearances for Leamington without finding the net as well, but Street nods it down only as far as the back line of Stratford, who send one in behind, and it's into O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan's bearing down onto his right foot. Great challenge onto his left foot. Can he get the shot off? Yes, he can. Great save. Fantastic save by Smith in the Leamington goal. O'Sullivan tried to double his tally for the afternoon. He chopped inside one way, a tackle came in on him, and it was a really good block, and then as he dropped back onto his opposite foot, he sent one goalward, and it's a really good outstretched leg save by Leamington goalkeeper Callum Smith.
Yeah, it's a great tackle from Theo initially, and he's just managed to wriggle away from the tackle and get a strike and goal, and it's an unbelievable save from Cal. It's just come off his big toe there, and luckily it hasn't fouled to a Stratford player.
Callum Stewart can't collect it inside the Leamington half, but he'll get onto a loose ball, and it's a really good challenge. Tries to scamper away, tries to give it to Landers, not enough on the pass. Stewart again tries to go after it. They play it down the line to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan tries to send it down the line for Storer. Storer will get there in front of Street. Storer just stands it up, throws a step over, tries to get to the dead ball line and drop it back onto his left foot. Drills goalwards in towards the near post, and then it's just over the bar from Worley, who was forward from left back. Really good play by Storer. He stood up his man, he got to the dead ball line, he cut it back towards Worley, who left-footed drive was high and over the top of the crossbar.
Great feet from Storer on the left wing there, and he set up his left back, but he's just got too much on it and it's gone over the bar.
It'll be a throw-in to the Breaks over on this far side. They'll try and get the ball back in play quickly. He's got Edwards in the channel, but he goes forward towards Landers. Daly collects, clears his lines again. Edwards drops in, tries to get in front of it, but instead it's English who collects the loose ball. Storer spins away really well and then feeds it to O'Sullivan on this left-hand side. O'Sullivan, the 10 men of the Bards come forward. O'Sullivan in towards the penalty area, drills it towards the 6-yard box, cleared by Lane. Only as far as Storer. Storer, fake shot, drills it left-footed. Good save again at the near post. Really good save by Smith again, and then Theo Street tidies up the loose ball. And again, Leamington have their goalkeeper to thank for keeping them on level terms. Kelly-Evans stands over the corner once more, right-footed, looks for his options, swings it in towards the far post where Lane jumps. Good header away by Daly. Quainer will pick it up on halfway and try and flick it back into Lane. Lane just collects it on the edge of the box, tries to reverse ball in towards Landers, in towards the far post, misses everybody. Well, it was drilled across the face of goal. In came Tyrone Barnett, I think, to try and turn it home. In came Callum Stewart to try and turn it home, and it just evaded everyone by a whisker.
Such a great little ball from Laney there. It looks like he's just going to play it across the box, but he's seen Henry Landers make a little run. He just reversed it, and it was a bit of a shot cross from Henry Landers there. I thought someone was going to get on the end of it at the back post, but it just evaded everyone.
Lane. He's got Barnett calling for him. He's got English in space on the right-hand side. Plays a 1-2 with Kelly-Evans instead. And Kelly-Evans spins away inside the centre circle and feeds it to Landers, who's come deep. Landers, space to move into. Landers, edge of the box. Plays it in towards Stewart. Stewart collects inside the 18-yard box and gets toward the dead ball line. Onto his right foot, just asks Quainer for support, and Quainer obliges. Quainer just tries to go fast past the first challenge, but it's good defending by Lafferty. They clear it only as far as Kelly-Evans. Kelly-Evans tried the little reverse ball in towards Landers. Didn't work out, but comes back towards Walker. Walker evades a couple of challenges, out towards Stewart again. Stewart goalwards into the side netting. Again though, good play from the Breaks. They worked a few little neat triangles between the likes of Kelly-Evans and Walker. They fit the reverse ball in towards Stewart. Stewart got his shot off, but it was into the side netting courtesy of deflection. Leamington will just try and work this opening late with Quainer. Quainer, can he swing the cross in? Yes, he can. It's behind everyone. English will keep it alive in towards Barnett. Barnett hooks one left-footed over his own head, tried to set himself up and tried the sort of semi-scissor kick, but there was too much on it, and it's over the goal bar of O'Brien, and he'll have time, and you're sure he'll take all this time because he can to take this goal kick. Lane and English have dropped into that centre-back position. Quainer on the left, Connor Taylor almost in a right-back position now on this right-hand side. English ignores him. Can he go long? No, he doesn't. He goes into the feet of Kelly Evans, who's inside the centre circle. Kelly Evans sees Quainer in all sorts of space on the left-hand side. Quainer's got plenty of time to measure this ball in. Measures it in towards the near post, bounces around, collected by Landers. Landers in towards the feet of Edwards, comes back towards Walker. Walker just turns on it, does well, keeps hold of possession, feeds it back to Quainer. Quainer chips one in again in towards the 18-yard box. Edwards jumps for it, can't get there. Stratford clear it more up than away, and it'll bounce out onto this right-hand side. Connor Taylor and Charlie Williams try and jostle and win possession. Charlie Williams does really well, and he's brought down by Connor Taylor, and it's a really good bit of defending by Charlie Williams, the ex-Leamington man, just to win his side a free kick deep inside stoppage time. Yeah,
good play from Charlie Williams there. Just got his body in, and Connor was just a little bit eager to win the ball back. But again, great play from Leamington. It just wouldn't quite sit for us to get the shot away on target.
The linesman's telling O'Brien to get on with this free kick as well as they try and wind down the clock. They'd certainly take a point here now. Only 1 minute of the 6 minutes to go. Will there be one last opportunity for one of these sides? Comes forward over halfway. Long ball forward. It's aimless. It's cleared away easily by Stratford, and that'll do it. Leamington haven't managed to turn the screw here against the 10 men, but they have managed to get themselves back on level terms. It's been a well-fought contest between these two sides, but neither could come out on top, and they share the spoils on Bank Holiday Monday.
Yeah, despite going down to 10 men, I thought Stratford defended really well in the second half, and to be fair, with the pace up top, they always looked a threat. I think we got on the ball, we were patient, got the ball in the right areas, but we just didn't quite create any clear-cut chances in the second half to go and win the game. And I think it's a positive result for us in the end, and a positive performance.
Leamington tried everything in the second half. They changed shape, they changed formation, they changed personnel, and one of those personnel who came on was former captain Jack Edwards, and he got himself on the score sheet to get the breaks level. He bundled one in as there was a scramble in the box, and he managed to get his goal that got the Leamington team level. Thanks for everyone for joining us. Like I say, it's finished here. Leamington 1, Stratford Town 1. We'll be back with you in the FA Cup, but for now, you take care, and we'll speak to you soon.
Paul, a very interesting 1-1 there against local rival Stratford. Your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, well, I suppose it probably had everything that you'd want a derby to have. It was a bit of a throwback, really. But listen, from our point of view, we started well, had some good early opportunities, and didn't take them. We'll be disappointed. It was good. Listen, he struck the ball well, really, Riley. But we could have done better in that corner. I think it's gone at the near post, which is, whatever. But they were a threat all afternoon with Riley and Jack. They, you can see why they've had some of the results they've had. From our point of view, probably, final third again, chances, opportunities, not taken early in the game. Second half, obviously the play going off. I thought they played it well, the 4-3-2. That's brave, but they were still a threat. We then had a lot of space. That would be the question, did we use the space enough? I think at times we could have gone in and played off the striker a bit more. But we've had enough opportunities. Listen, I'm delighted that we've got the goal to get back in it, obviously, but we've had enough play, enough opportunities to go and get the other goal. They would argue as well, to be fair, they've had a couple of chances as well. So, but I think on the whole, we've had enough. We've been in the final third, got enough areas, got enough opportunities to win the game. But not for the first time this season. We haven't converted them opportunities. But where we are, listen, as you can see, that the squad's stretched at the moment. We've had to go and play on a 4G away Saturday. We've then got the local derby here. And listen, the reality is that, we've been in a different league for a long time, and there's a lot of teams looking forward to playing us, we have to accept that. But it's a bit of a stretch for us when we're probably asking one or two players to go again. And you could see that probably towards the end. But on the whole, listen, I'm delighted that we've got something out of the game because we deserve that. And I think another day we'll definitely have had one penalty, maybe two. But listen, we're all on. It's been a good return from the bank holiday weekend. It's 4 points. We've got through it, and it gives us a little bit of time, hopefully, to at least get one, maybe two back for next weekend. We look forward to the FA Cup game next weekend.
Just said there, 4 points out of a possible 6 this bank holiday weekend. You must be happy with that. What was the performance like on Saturday?
Yeah, it was. It's probably a game you probably didn't want with this one coming Monday because it was against a 4G, against a young, energetic St Ives team. That, you know, listen, that guy Ricky down there, he's one of the top guys in non-league football. The job he's at Histon and then here at St Ives. He really is real good man. They're lucky to have him. Keeps producing players, energetic team, leggy team, and you know, listen, we've had to get toe to toe with them. We deserve to win the game. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But the quick turnaround probably. I was really pleased with our levels today because I thought we've really, it was a really good game, wasn't it? I think it was an exciting game. You know, listen, end to end at times, stretched at times. Listen, would have loved to have won it. And 11 v 10. You know, we probably should have made more of some of the openings we had, but we haven't. But I can't stand here and say Stratford didn't deserve something out of the game because they did. But we have to look at our whole picture at the moment. We're hoping that we can get one or two players back. We're hoping that we can get better. We can weather this. I said right at the start of the season, the first 10 games could be difficult for the likes of Leamington and one or two other clubs. Just needs to set the league, needs to settle down. And I'm confident that we'll grow and we'll get better. And the attacking players have just got to keep working hard, keep doing the right things. And we've had many a good attacking players over the year that have had a slow start here. I'll name two, Colby Bishop and Josh Marsh, but they got going and did all right in the end.